Hi, my name is Boris Lavent and I'm a personal injury attorney. A lot of cases that I handle are car accidents. I get people calling me about car accidents all the time. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of bad drivers on the roads here in South Florida. There are a couple of things you want to make sure you keep in mind if you're ever involved in a car accident. One of the most important things is don't talk to the insurance companies. They're going to call you, they're going to try taking a recorded statement, and even if you're not at fault, they're going to ask you some questions to kind of make it seem like you're partially or even totally at fault. Another thing they may ask you if you're injured. And if they call you the day of the accident or the day after the accident, you may be feeling more or less okay, and you'll tell them, yeah, I'm fine. But then you might start experiencing pain like a week after the accident, which is totally normal. Then when we work on the case and try settling it or litigating it, they're going to bring in that recorded statement and they're going to say, look, you told us you were fine right after the accident, now you're claiming all these injuries. Which again, it could be totally normal. Medical doctors will confirm that, yeah, it's totally possible for someone to be injured and feel pain a few days after the accident, a week after the accident, but they're going to use that statement against you to really hurt our case. Another thing to keep in mind is you want to get medical attention as quickly as possible. It's hard to say how serious your injury is right after the accident, so it's important to get checked out by a doctor so they can do any kind of diagnostic testing that may be necessary. Maybe they'll take x-rays or MRIs to see what the extent of your injuries are. Another important point to keep in mind is the insurance company may call you and actually offer you a settlement shortly after the accident. I've had clients call me who've been offered money by the insurance companies, very small amounts, $500, $1,000, sometimes a little bit more, shortly after the accident. They think the insurance companies are being generous, but they're really not. What they're trying to do is get rid of the case as quickly as possible, as cheaply as possible, before you understand the extent of your injuries. It's impossible to know the extent of your injuries until you've had x-rays or MRIs done and completed treatment. I've had clients whose injuries at first appear to be minor, that a little bit of physical therapy might help, and it turns out they need surgery. If they had settled their case for $1,000, it would have been a disaster. Their medical bills in those cases were tens of thousands of dollars, in some cases over $100,000. If they would have settled it, the case would have been over and there would have been nothing I could have done. For these reasons, it's important to call me as soon as possible after an accident. I'll get working on your case right away, and I'll make sure the insurance company doesn't call you and take any of these recorded statements that may kill our case. Call today. The case evaluation is always free and there's no obligation. You can reach us at 305-440-0450.